Joining us in the Informer studio, Jessica and Lisa Eddey. They are here to tell a great story. They say necessity is the mother of invention. Well, these two young women, and I can say that because I'm a lot older than both of you, are a mother and daughter. And they've come along with an idea that just resonates, and they're helping people in need to sell their homes, especially when they're their most vulnerable. Let's talk about it. Lisa and Jessica, welcome.
Thank you.
Let's
Thanks
talk about how you were in the midst of a divorce.
Yes.
You didn't know what was happening. You had a couple of children.
Yes.
And suddenly you're thinking, I've got to find a way to sustain us, to keep us above, they say, the parapet. And what was the idea that crossed your mind? You thought, let's see what I can do. And from that little seed, you've created a company. It's been going for about 15 years, and you're helping so many people, especially the most vulnerable, those who are off to aged care, to residential care, and so on.
It was clearing my own home after so many years, clearing my mother's home because she died in the middle of my divorce. Wow. It was difficult. So Jess and I decided, after doing a lot of reading in the newspaper, a lot of elderly people don't move into aged care because they don't have, and they're on their own, they don't have anyone to look after them, they've got no family, so they don't move into aged care because they don't know what to do with all of their items, and they've got 50 years worth of items. So we decided to help the elderly people clear their homes and move them into aged care and then go back and get their homes ready for sale.
So you're the mum, you've got a daughter who's just finished a university degree, and you've looked at one another and you thought, do you know what, we can actually do something to help these people.
Yes.
And along the way, it's become a business.
Yes.
What's the name of the business?
Home Moving Planners.
Home Moving Planners. How does it work?
Well, so Mum's side of the business, she does estate clearing, decluttering and helping move people into aged care, and my side of the business is property styling. So I sometimes look after my own clients, but we often work behind Mum and her team, so they'll clear an estate for sale or they'll help people downsize and move, and then we come in and I style the home for sale and we try and get the best price for our clients.
So, but Jessica, it's fascinating that this originally started off with trying to help people into aged care, and it's blossomed, and you've got people from everywhere now coming to you and saying, listen, we don't have the expertise, we don't have the necessary understanding of what's required, we also don't have the patience, can you help us through this?
Well, they call us the one-stop shop, and that's because we literally do everything. So we can go in, clear a house, and that means sell all of their items first, everything will be sold. This is especially for elderly people.
So how do they approach you?
A lot of them through referrals. So we've worked very hard to...
Word of mouth.
Word of mouth. So our referral base are lawyers, financial people, especially in the aged care. So they know about us, they know our ethics and morals, and we go in and clear the house. We sell everything we can possibly sell first. Whatever we don't sell, we've got wonderful charities that we use. They'll pick up the rest, and then the boys work behind the girls.
Charities go through a tremendously difficult time.
Yes.
They must see you as a boon and a real prize to help them at this very difficult time, this vulnerable time.
Well, diabetes through this whole, the last year has been helping us a lot because they've provided a truck for us, every single house that we've gone to. So we've worked very well with diabetes, don't we?
Donated a lot of our clients like too that they know that their things are going to go and help other people. They're not just being tossed out, and that makes them feel happy as well.
So you get them into the aged care homes or the residential properties,
yes,
or you get them to move into another place. Make sure you sell their place and then move them to the next platform. Isn't that right?
It's really difficult for them because they've got to move into aged care. So I actually make sure I size up the house where they're moving into. So we tried to make sure they bring in all the items that will make them feel comfortable when they settle into the aged care. So we make sure we get their best pictures, ornaments, pillows, rugs. So when we move them in, we shoo them off to have lunch, and then when they come back, their whole room's set up. So they feel they're settled.
I was just going to say, it must be difficult for couples especially who've been in a lifetime together, 50, 60 plus years, to let someone else come in and help them through, because it's a very emotional time. That suggests to me that you have a great way with people, and this word of mouth has built an enormous amount of trust, and that's your bedrock, isn't it?
That's the key. It's trust. I don't want to come across as a businesswoman. I want to come across someone that's going to help them.
Yep.
And that's what all of our staff are the same. So we're only as good as a business as the staff that you have.
Yeah. So how big's the staff now?
10.
10.
So we've got I've got my decluttering side.
Yep.
I've got my boys that do all the maintenance, and Jessie has
I have
hers.
2 stylists who work with me.
Okay, so you do the styling, you bring furniture in that you need to set the house up to make it look as good as possible, ready for sale.
Yes, yeah.
So that must be a terrific time. But you absolutely need to make sure that Mum has done all the maintenance work beforehand, and the house is clean and empty.
They do all the hard work, we make it look pretty.
Yeah, so I have a team of declutterers that are fantastic.
So you call them clutterers, do you?
Well,
or declutterers?
Yeah, well, they're just hard-working women. So they do their job, and then the cleaners will come in, then the painters will come in, then any maintenance will get done, and then it's ready for Jess to do her.
Did the COVID set you guys back at all?
I think Jessie's side of the business, because she wasn't allowed to go in because of the real estate was shut down.
That's right.
But I made my case with the government, and I said these people have got relatives interstate and they cannot get to help their parents, and they needed help. So
you became an essential
we
service.
were allowed to, yeah. So we were allowed to come in and help clear their homes, and plus they had to go into aged care, so they couldn't wait. It's not like we're going to wait for the COVID to finish. They needed to go in straight away, and a lot of these people have sold their homes, and they had to rebuy new homes, and it was just difficult for them.
And settlement was looming, settlements were still happening, so the houses had to be cleared.
Speaking of settlements, how is the real estate market bouncing back as things slowly start to lift, especially in Victoria? The rest of the country has been able to operate a lot freer than Victoria, but Victoria's been under enormous pressure. How's it been for you? And we've got Christmas looming, so how do things look forward?
We're extremely busy. We're triple booked at the moment.
Wow.
It's trying to get... We had 11 houses. I think we've got to get finished by next week, so we're just really busy. And
well, we're not going to hold you up any longer.
We're still there, the phone just goes ringing.
We've been talking to Lisa Eddey and her daughter Jessica, a fantastic team, and the company is called...
Home Moving Planners.
Okay. If people want to get in touch with you, something has cropped up or they've got a family member in need, how do they go about it?
You can find us on the internet, or they can call our my mobile, 0409 592253. But that's...
I know you're going to be very busy now.
Our website is wonderful, so they'll be able to find it. We can do anything they want. So.
Okay. And Jessica, is it the same for you too?
Yeah, so our website's just www.homemovingplanners.com.au, and they can put an inquiry in there, and then Lisa or I will contact them.
Okay. They're a daughter and a mother team that have been making things happen for the better part of the last 15 years. And just think of it, they only got into business because they were in a jam. They saw an opportunity. What do they say? We started this conversation with necessity is the mother of invention. Well, they've done a fabulous job. Thank you for joining us and giving us just a glimpse of what you've been doing and how it all started. And we wish you a tremendous Christmas and a very busy 21.
Thank you, George.
Thank you.